Alert! Gold Rush Crypto Fam. What if I told you that a vulnerability in Pi network, discovered back in 2020, is still causing waves today? Yes, you heard that right. Exploited accounts from this vulnerability are still floating around, being bought and sold. But why did it take so long for Pi network to fix this problem? And what does this mean for you, especially with KYC and PiNode eligibility? Stay with me because we're unpacking everything you need to know. Welcome to the Gold Rush Crypto Daily channel, where we bring you the most important updates and insights from the world of blockchain and crypto. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. In today's video, we'll dive into the Pi network's recent announcement about a vulnerability discovered way back in 2020, which is only now being addressed. We'll break down how this has affected Pi network's security, what it means for KYC verification and PiNode eligibility, and what you should be looking out for as a Pi pioneer. Stick with me until the end for a full breakdown. Now, imagine this. A vulnerability in Pi network's code was found years ago, yet it stayed open long enough for some to exploit it. Accounts that took advantage of this loophole are still being traded, yes, in 2024. What's Pi network doing to stop this? How are they protecting the pioneers and the ecosystem moving forward? We'll answer these pressing questions and more, so be sure to watch until the end. You don't want to miss the full story. The 2020 vulnerability. What happened? So, let's get into the heart of the matter. Back in 2020, a vulnerability was discovered in the Pi network's system. This wasn't just a minor bug. It posed a significant threat to the security of the network. Unfortunately, it took years for the core team to fully address the issue. That's right, we're talking about a vulnerability that's been lurking in the system for 4 whole years. While the specifics of the vulnerability haven't been made public, we know that certain accounts were able to exploit it, gaining an unfair advantage within the Pi network ecosystem. And here's the kicker. Many of these exploited accounts are still circulating. They're being bought and sold on the dark web, which raises serious concerns about the integrity of the platform. The delayed response. What went wrong? Now, you might be asking yourself, why did it take so long for Pi network to address such a critical issue? The delay has left many in the Pi community questioning the network's commitment to security. While the core team has finally taken action, the fact that this vulnerability remained open for so long means that a number of accounts were able to exploit it. It's important to note that Pi network is still in the process of building out its mainnet, and like any growing platform, it's dealing with its share of growing pains. However, the fact that this vulnerability persisted for years is a red flag for many. It shows just how crucial it is for blockchain projects to prioritize security from the get-go. But here's where things get really interesting. The Pi network team has now set strict guidelines to ensure that any accounts linked to this vulnerability will not be eligible for Know Your Customer (KYC) verification. And this brings us to a crucial point in today's discussion. Impact on KYC verification and PiNode eligibility. Pi network recently announced that accounts found to have exploited this vulnerability will not be allowed to complete KYC verification. This is a big deal because KYC is essential for confirming that a user is a real, legitimate person and not a bot or fraudulent entity. Without KYC, these exploited accounts are essentially locked out of the future Pi ecosystem. This move is designed to protect the integrity of the network, ensuring that only legitimate pioneers are able to participate in the mainnet launch and beyond. But there's a catch. It's still unclear whether all past activities conducted by these accounts can be fully tracked and dealt with. Given the complexity of the situation, some of these exploits might remain under the radar. And that's not all. PiNode eligibility is also being affected. For those unfamiliar, PiNode is the infrastructure that powers the Pi network. Users who operate nodes validate transactions and help secure the network. If an account exploited the 2020 vulnerability, it won't be eligible to run a node either. This is another step to ensure that only trustworthy pioneers can contribute to the network's future. What is KYC and why does it matter? For those new to PiNode, let's briefly touch on KYC. KYC, or Know Your Customer, is a verification process used by many financial platforms, including PiNode. It's crucial for preventing fraud, money laundering, and other illegal activities. Without KYC, you can't be sure that the person behind an account is who they say they are. That's why this step is so important for PiNode. By enforcing KYC and locking out accounts that exploited the 2020 vulnerability, PiNode is taking a strong stance to maintain trust and security within its ecosystem. This policy isn't just about locking out bad actors, it's about creating a safe and sustainable environment for legitimate pioneers. PiNode, the backbone of PiNode. PiNode is another essential part of the PiNode infrastructure. Nodes are the devices that validate transactions and maintain network security. Running a node means you're helping to decentralize and secure the PiNode, which is key to the success of any blockchain project. With the recent vulnerability issue, PiNode has made it clear that only verified and legitimate pioneers will be eligible to run nodes. This ensures that the foundation of the network remains strong and that those who are contributing to its operation are doing so in good faith. What's next for PiNode? So, where does PiNode go from here? The core team has outlined several key steps to address this vulnerability and prevent future security breaches. Let's take a look at what's on the table. 1. Addressing exploited accounts. PiNode is actively working to identify and remove accounts that exploited the 2020 vulnerability. 1. These accounts will be blocked from KYC and PiNode eligibility, helping to maintain network integrity. 2. Enhancing security. The team will need to conduct regular security audits and update protocols to stay ahead of potential exploits. 2. This is crucial for any blockchain network, especially one with the growth potential of Pi. 3. Transparency. Moving forward, PiNode needs to be clear with the community about the steps being taken to address this issue. 3. Building trust through transparency is vital, especially in the wake of such a significant security breach. 4. Strengthening KYC. PiNode's KYC process must be robust enough to detect and stop future attempts to exploit security loopholes. 4. The team will need to refine and improve the system to ensure only legitimate users can participate. So, what do you think? Has PiNode done enough to address this vulnerability, or is more work needed to regain the community's trust? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the Gold Rush Crypto Daily channel for more deep dives into the latest crypto news. Thanks for tuning in, and if you want more, be sure to check out my other videos on PiNode and the future of blockchain technology. Stay safe and stay informed.